February 6, 2018, and welcome to my 4th week of pregnancy. So yes, I am pregnant. I am so excited, guys. I am currently 4 weeks along, and I'm going to just talk about what's been going on because I've always seen these on YouTube and I've always wanted to do them. So I didn't do it with my first pregnancy, which I am fairly sad about. I was working and going to school, so I was definitely overwhelmed with a lot of stuff. But now I'm going to do it because I actually have a YouTube channel that I'm actually doing, and I'm going to do it. I did find out pretty early, which is good because I can know ahead of time, but then again, it is really nerve-wracking. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is how I've been feeling. I didn't really have a lot of symptoms with my first pregnancy. I did have like a tiny few cravings, like chips and stuff. This time it's just too early for that at this current moment. No morning sickness quite yet. I did feel a little nauseous when I went at the Super Bowl party. There was this party and there was just an overwhelming amount of food, and it just made me sick after a while. Like I think after half an hour I was sick of the smell, and I was not feeling well. So during like the first, I want to say halfway through the second week of my pregnancy, which I didn't know I was pregnant at that time. I just kind of had a inkling because I started having these like really vivid dreams. And I remember with my first pregnancy I had really vivid dreams. However, that happened around 4 to 5 months along. But this time, like, I remember having like a super vivid dream and just waking up with like, that kind of feeling. You know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean. Also around that time I was having these like headaches, not horrible or anything, not like migraines, just tiny headaches like that couldn't be explained. So I do attribute that to possibly my pregnancy, but at the time of course I didn't know I was pregnant, so I'm just gonna assume that was why I was having those headaches. But guys, ever since I found out I was pregnant, I have not been able to not feel tired. This is my little one here, so excuse her just wandering around. I have not been able to not feel tired. I have never felt this tired in my entire life. The other day, I went shopping with my mom. We had some food. It was like from, I think, 1 to 5. So not even a long time. Hadn't done much. I came home and I could barely keep my eyes open. My eyes were like wanting to stay shut. But I was like curled up on the couch watching the baby. She was a bundle of energy because she had had a nap while we were with my mom. I could barely keep my eyes open, and the moment my husband came home I said, take her, let me sleep, I just need a nap. Okay, so and that was the tiredest I've ever been in my life. And I also, you know, had a lot of sleepiness during the day, and I have been taking naps with the baby and they have been glorious. Sometimes we will take 2 naps. I try not to, but we have. And then recently I've just been really moody, which I am not happy with because I don't want to be one of those people, but fortunately I am. So even before I found out I was pregnant, like a couple days before, I had like a little bit of a disagreement with my family members over something really insignificant. Something didn't go my way, and I mean, it was nothing to be upset about, but I was crying. I was like literally bawling. And thank God for my husband because he was super supportive, and I think he kind of knew at that point that there could possibly be a pregnancy going on. So he's been very understanding. And even last night yesterday I was actually feeling very anxious. I don't know why. Like I just felt this weird scared sensation. I was heart racing. There was like this deep feeling in my chest I just couldn't get rid of. I tried all day. It started early in the morning and I kept myself busy throughout the day, cleaning the house, doing these little chores, and just keeping myself busy, which I did a really good job of up until, and I watched the shows I wanted to watch, and then when it came to not doing anything, I put the baby's, oh thank you, I put the baby's TV on. I sat down, relaxed with my phone, but I couldn't relax. I was just anxious. There was some fear in me I just couldn't explain, and I couldn't shake it off. And I told my husband to come home because he had gone to the gym, and I kind of brought him home early, and he came, and I just kind of started bawling a little after, and I actually took it out on him. Not mad, but just crying, and I was bawling, and I guess that kind of helped the anxiety go away. And that was so weird, and I was just randomly crying, and it was just weird. I don't know if anybody's ever had like a needed cry, which I have had before, but not like that before. It was just like I needed to physically cry to get rid of the anxiety. It was weird. Anyways, those are just the first symptoms of my pregnancy, so those are interesting. I didn't necessarily have those in my first pregnancy. So now I'm going to talk about my actual pregnancy goals. I am overweight, not significantly too overweight, but I am overweight. I'm not at the weight that I want to be or should be. I am definitely overweight. So my plan is, or my goal, not my plan, I can't really have a plan. My goal is to only gain roughly about 20 to 25 pounds because I am overweight. I don't need to gain so much more weight as like the skinnier girls need to gain around 30 to 35 pounds. I kind of hope it's less, but I do want to set an expectation. So how I'm going to be trying to do this is not overeat. Like with my first pregnancy, I definitely used it as an advantage to just eat whatever I wanted, whatever junk I've been wanting to eat. And then even after the pregnancy, actually my first pregnancy, during the actual pregnancy, I didn't have much of an appetite, so I think I did lose a little bit of weight while gaining the baby weight. And I'm not 100% sure how much I gained. I want to say it was around 20 pounds, but I was a little more overweight at that time. So it just might be, I did gain weight obviously, but I gained more weight postpartum than actual pregnancy because when I started to nurse, I was just hungry and I would take it as an excuse. I'm nursing, I can eat whatever I want, and I did. I ate whatever I wanted. Also with my pregnancy, if there was something that I wanted to eat, I would eat it. With this pregnancy and with this postpartum, that's not going to happen. I'm going to do my best to have some self-control and eat what I should be eating. I did change my diet around 4 months ago to better my health. And to tell you the truth, with my, I want to say it's a diet, but it's really food choices, better food choices. I haven't felt hungry like hunger as much as I do. Before, I would eat all this junk and I would be really hungry, but now I don't feel that hunger. I just know it's about time to eat. So I'm going to continue on with this diet kind of thing that I'm doing. It's not like a diet, it's just more of a lifestyle change. I'm going to continue with that with this pregnancy. I'm going to do my best. I am eating a little more though. I am finding that I am hungry more frequent. It is still just barely the beginning of my pregnancy, but before I would be able to eat 2 meals a day and be fine, but now I actually need 3 meals, which I'm going to take because I know that I need the nutrients and the baby needs the food too for it. I also am taking some prenatal pills. I actually went and splurged a little bit, and I got these chewable ones, so we'll see how that goes. I'm also drinking a lot of orange juice, which has a lot of folic acid, and making sure I am just keep giving the baby everything it needs. As far as filming purposes and YouTube goes, my goal is to actually give an update every 4 weeks. It may increase as I get closer to my due date, so we might start doing it every 2 weeks and then maybe on a weekly basis, but for now I'm just doing every 4 weeks. Probably I might stick to just 4 weeks because it just, you know, tired and I still got my little toddler here, so I don't know, I'm not gonna say, but my goal at least is to update every 4 weeks. So that's about it for my goals. I will update more if there are more to come, but now I'm going to talk about some of the fears I have of this pregnancy. And I don't know if you saw my miscarriage story. My first pregnancy ended in a miscarriage. My second pregnancy ended in a successful baby girl, and now this is my third pregnancy, and I still have that looming fear of a miscarriage. So these first couple weeks up until my next update, I think, which should be around 8 weeks, I won't feel as comfortable. I will always have that looming fear. I will always be going to the bathroom and searching for some spotting or something. I'm definitely not thinking that it's going to happen, but it's always a fear. So for all my moms who actually had a miscarriage, I think you can understand where I'm coming from. So these couple weeks are just going to be super nerve-wracking on top of all the other pregnancy symptoms that are coming up. So that's all I kind of have for now. I hope to have a lot more content as far as the pregnancy goes in my future videos, but I will give a bump shot. I am, as I said, overweight, so I'm not going to actually show you my stomach. I'm just going to give you the top part of my belly. I do have an undershirt on, so you're not going to see the belly because I do have stretch marks and flabbiness going on, which is not attractive. So this is my belly. As you can see, it is definitely like I suck it in. There we go. We got the pooch here, but I definitely have a lot of bloating going down. I was losing a good amount of weight, and it wasn't as big as it is now. I haven't necessarily been eating too much more. Actually, Super Bowl was a fun eating day, but I do have a lot of bloat going on. Hi! Hi. You want to say hi to your baby? Where's your baby? This is your baby here? That's your baby. No, let's not pick it up. Not on camera. So I am super excited for this pregnancy. I am looking forward to everything I will be sharing with you guys, and the journey up ahead. It's going to be a very long journey, and yeah, and I will have a lot more to talk about in my future videos. If you want to see more of these pregnancy updates or any of our videos that we put up on our life, you can check us out in our next video. See you then.